Hello, Blunt Truth with the Bark River Knife and Tool Bravo 1 bushcraft knife or survival knife, however you want to look at it. Let's talk about the sheath first before we get to the knife. It doesn't come with this nylon attachment that I put on here. I took that off my Master Hunter, my cold steel Master Hunter. It should come with something like that though, because what it comes with is this stupid little bracket thing made out of Kydex, and you can bolt it on sideways mount or upward mount. Sideways mount, the thing sticks out too far in front of you. Upward mounting, the normal way, it's way down here, so your whole knife handle is sticking up into your side and not easy to get to with your hand. It's awkward and just doesn't work right. Plus it's very small, it can only accommodate a small belt. And it sucks. They should offer it with something like this. This one that came from my Master Hunter, you don't have to take off your belt to put it on and off. Has the Velcro with the snap. Very secure. It tilts back a little bit when it's hanging on your belt, so the knife angles this way, so it's easier to grab it and it's not going to snag on branches walking by and stuff. It works real good. I got lucky because the holes lined up with my Master Hunter, the one that came with this sheath. This is plastic. So this Kydex and plastic are different. They seem alike, but if you hold a flame to plastic, it kind of melts like candle wax. Hold a flame to Kydex, it softens, which is what I did with this sheath. It was too tight when I got it. This could go in and out too hard. Now the way I have it, I just push my thumb right here. I don't have to push down here hard. Just push in here a little bit and it comes right out. And it still hangs in there real good. Good retention. Doesn't come out when I don't want it to. I took a piece of leather and jammed it into this crack like this piece of leather actually. And then I held a lighter right here until it softened up enough and loosened up that little gap so that it would go in and out easier. So that's where I got the sheath thing from my Master Hunter. You'd have to rig something up or buy a cold steel knife that has that if you wanted to do that. I don't know a way you can get them separate. I did some mods to the knife. I lost the fire starter ramp thing. Can't find it anywhere, which is a good thing because it sucked. I really found no practical use for it. It did not serve any purpose for me. I can strike a fire steel off this edge just fine. I left it a sharp edge when I ground it down, and it works fine for striking fire steel. It's no no different. This is better because now I have the freedom of putting my thumb and hand anywhere I want, choking up any way I want to without that in the way. I can baton on both sides of the blade, anywhere I want without worrying about catching that and causing problems batoning, ripping up my baton and other things. The handle had this is canvas micarta, which is excellent, super strong, about the strongest handle material you can get. Had a very slick wax on it, and I roughed it off with a Scotch-Brite pad, not the metal kind but the green ones. I took off the wax, but it's still a little slick. I'll talk about the slickness issue when you watch the demo where I go into the woods with it. But it gets a little slippery when you're swinging it, but very comfortable. This shape, no problem like with long use comfort. I mean, no problem. Some knives, like the rat knives with those big squarish handles, they give you blisters and cause discomfort in long-term use. No problem with this. Excellent. Much better comfort than a rat knife. Blade is 4 1/4 inches. It's 5.5 millimeters thick. So you can see it's just about the size of the Master Hunter. Just about exactly. Pretty much exactly. A little bit thicker than the Master Hunter. Just a hair thicker. And much better steel than the rat knives. It's A2 tool steel, which has excellent strength and excellent edge retention. Really excellent edge retention is an understatement. I can't dull this thing, as you're going to see. I mean, it's just, you can beat on that edge all day. It doesn't chip, it doesn't It doesn't even lose an edge. It just keeps it up all day. No problem. Combine the A2 tool steel with the full zero grind convexing, and you got super strong, you know, super edge, really super strong tip. Very, very dependable knife, to say the least. These are not pins holding this in. They're not rivets or pins. They're bolts, threaded bolts, big stainless steel bolts, and they ground off the heads of the bolts when they form the handle. So if you had to, you could notch them and unscrew it, but I don't see why you'd have to, because with canvas micarta it's not going to screw up on you. You can watch Nos of knifetest.com hit canvas micarta with his big sledgehammer over and over again, and it takes many, many hits on a concrete floor with a sledgehammer for it to fail. It doesn't even dent for a long time. They drilled out it's full tang, but they've kind of hollowed out little sections of it to provide balance and lightweight. The balance is right where your index finger is, which is perfect. It's right exactly like I said before, right where you want a knife to balance. It's very, very light for what it looks, how thick it is. Very light. And it only weighs 7.5 ounces. Now, the Rat 5, the new RC5 from Rat Cutlery, it's slightly thicker, about 0.5 millimeter thicker, or 1 millimeter thicker, 1 inch longer, and it weighs more than twice as much to get 1 more inch of length. So this is much more manageable to carry around in the woods. It's what else do I got to say about it? The patina I did on it, you can't even tell in the video. I've already checked it out on camera. This side you can see a little bit, but I bought some special patina compound, and I covered everything, all the metal with it, all around the tang, the whole blade, everything, and took it off pretty quick. So it's got like it doesn't show up on camera for some reason, but there's like a purplish bluish hue to the metal everywhere, and that provides rust protection from the bad kind of rust, and it's working. I mean, I don't worry about fingerprints or anything, and it's, you know, I haven't seen a speck of rust after the patina. It's protecting it, and I know you can't really see it, but it's there. It's like a purplish, almost an iridescent color all over the metal everywhere. This side you can see a little because it's darker, but on camera for some reason the purple color doesn't come through with my camera. But anyway, very, very nice, very strong, well-made knife. I could have gone with something like the you know, 1095 Rat Cutlery knife, one of their knives, which I have several already, so I wanted something different for one thing. But I also figured, instead of having a great warranty, doesn't it make more sense to have a great knife that's not going to fail out in the woods? Because if you're out in the woods depending on it, the best warranty in the world isn't going to help you a lot when it breaks in half or fails or in some way. So I think it'd be better to get a better knife. This was $148. It's only like $13 more than the RC5 from Rat Cutlery, which is the closest comparison I think that Rat Cutlery has. You know, considering the thickness of this, the heavy-duty use factor, even though the RC5 is a little longer. And that's about it. In part 2 and 3 and 4, there's several videos to this series. I'm taking it out into the woods and using it for you through a series of videos where I build a debris shelter. Don't quite complete it. I've already filmed all that. This is the last video I'm doing. And I don't quite complete it because I cut everything. Instead of using debris, I cut everything. And I run out of time. I did it in the late afternoon, and you know, I didn't build a debris shelter. I built a shelter out of live wood, which is, you know, the slow way. But I just put it to use and show you, and then check the edge. So I got rid of the fire striker. I didn't like that, and the handle was too slick. That's the only downsides. This thing is great. This convex grind is great. Another great thing about the convexing, I can sharpen, and you know if you watch my sharpening vids, I suck at sharpening by hand. But with this convex grind, I can sharpen by hand easy, and it sharpens right up like nothing. And you just strop it to sharpness, and it sharpens right up easy. You can do it in the field, and it's awesome. I've had no problems with it. After getting rid of the Fire Striker ramp thing, no problem, no complaint at all. Just a slight slickness to this grip still. That's the only slight complaint. It's excellent. And I do recommend you do a patina on yours to protect it from rust. It does rust very easily without a patina. So that's it. Watch the rest of the vids. There's many. Thank you.